at most things. If I'm going to be very blunt, I don't think women are really good at much in society and in life besides like being a mother, taking care of the family. But that's paramount. Exactly. I'm never going to sit there and trivialize the impact of a mother. Matter of fact, I think we should, embrace and empower women to become mothers instead of Pilates teachers. No offense, or anything, or chasing a career. And I think that's something that's kind of undermined in society, where if a woman chooses to have a child and be a mother, full-time mom, and a homemaker, she's admonished as like not like serious or not somebody of respect. When actually, I think I would respect a mother that stays home and takes care of her child far more than a woman that chases a career, because that child being a fuck up in society because you leave them at home or being a degenerate, we're all going to have to deal with that burden eventually if she doesn't raise that kid right. But if she raised that kid right, then we will succeed as a society. I find it interesting, if you go back to like the 1950s, right? When was America the strongest? When the nuclear family was paramount.
Right. I agree with you.
Well,
I'm not disagreeing with you. The only time I work is when you're in school.
Let me finish my point.
Attacking you
because like you guys are saying that I don't mother my child.
Finish my point.
He's not attacking directly.
We were strongest when we had a nuclear family. That means a man, a woman, and children.
Yes.
But nowadays, what do we have? We have broken families, divorce, kids out of wedlock, all this other shit, women pursuing careers, women pursuing making money. Which, that fine, do what you want to do. But I don't think that's to be as respected as someone who takes care of a family. Now, with that said, the reason why I don't take female advice seriously is because women live a different existence than men do, right? Like, life for a man is way harder than it is for a woman, right? Like, for example, I'll give you guys a perfect example. That 24-year-old girl, right? I would never take advice from her because she's a female and her existence is significantly easier than mine.
Yeah.
She's able to do certain things that I will never be able to do, right? So men typically don't take female advice seriously because we don't have the same experience. But men, on the other hand, we value other men's experiences, and we take advice from other men, and we prefer to get advice from other men because we all go through the same bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? You're a nobody until you make money. No one gives a fuck about you unless you create a name for yourself. Like, you got to get it out the mud as a guy. So, and especially when it comes to relationships, since men are the ones that give out relationships, I would rather listen to a man, not woman, because if I ask a girl, oh, what do you find attractive, or how do I get a girl? You guys typically say, oh, be nice, be a gentleman, be a good guy, be caring,
be Christian,
be a Christian, like be a Trump supporter, whatever.
Wait 3 months.
But you guys, like all this shit. But like, what women won't tell you is, tell me to shut up when I need to be shut up. Put me in my place. Don't be boring. Be an asshole. Don't call me back right away. Like, have other women look at you and find you attractive. Like, you guys will never admit these unflattering things that really make you guys attracted to us. So this is why I always say, talk to men about this shit, because women are never going to be 100% forthcoming about what they're actually attracted to and what they're aroused by, because it makes you guys look bad. It actually shows the primitive nature of female nature and how ain't shit you guys really are, because you guys submit to the strongest and the best. You guys don't necessarily care about being a nice guy and everything else. Being a nice guy and being a gentleman or being a nerd, like you guys say, that comes after the fact that all these other attraction triggers are taken care of.
Yeah.
Women always talk about the things that they're attracted to that are politically correct, but you guys never admit the things that you're actually aroused by that make you guys look bad.
Right.
Versus men.
Like what?
I just named them. Being an asshole, putting yourself first, letting her know to shut up when she needs to shut up, being a leader, being dominant, letting her know that she's inferior to in almost every single way, being the decision maker, being extremely decisive. Hey, you do what I say, not the other way around, right? Like, you need to almost command respect from your woman through your behavior and your actions, and a perception of, I'm dominant to you, you are the submissive, and she always needs to feel that way. That's the only way women stay entertained and they want to be with you, right? That dumb bitch in the corner? I am bored by guys. Translation. Every single guy that I get with never holds me accountable, never puts me in my place, and I'm able to run around circles around them, and I'm able to extract value from them financially. Yep. That's what it means when a girl says I'm bored. That's what it basically boils down to. Because the guy is doing everything he can for the girl.
Yes, man.
But if I go on a podcast and I say, yo, be an asshole, you need to be arousing. Being arousing means you need to have dark triad traits. You need to put yourself first, etc. They'll call me a misogynist. They'll call me an asshole. They'll call me all these terrible things. Right? It's not profitable to do that. But like with women, like whenever I see female dating coaches, they don't talk about these unflattering realities and these traits that you need to have as a man to be attractive. You need to, I'm not saying you need to go fuck another bitch, but you definitely need to have the capability of fucking another bitch for a woman to actually respect you. Because if she doesn't know that she can't be, she knows she can't be replaced. If she knows that you can't replace her, that's when she starts getting comfortable. But if she knows other women are eyeing you and you can absolutely replace her in 2 seconds, that's the only time women respect you.
Right.
William Hill gives you a daily ACCA winnings boost to reward getting it right. William Hill, betting done properly.
So that's why I don't take female advice seriously, because you guys will never tell us this shit. Right. Men will,
I agree with everything that you just said, but I don't. But I do think that you come on here and you made an assumption about me that I'm like this career chasing go getter because I teach 3 Pilates classes a day while my son's at school. I don't teach during the weekends. I take off pretty much 2 times.
Go back to Jersey.
Twice a week. Two weeks a month to fly back to New Jersey so that way my son could be around his father.
But here's the thing: when I asked you, because we asked you, why are you? I get that.
I am a mom, a present mom. I'm not dropping my son off at the nanny.
One of the reasons that you cited for why you're in Florida and why you don't want to go back to New Jersey was specifically your job. So. And I understand that it's not like a career.
It was just like something that I said. I was like, oh yeah, like my job's here, my friends are here. It's just, I don't care about I make $50 an hour.
Yeah, I know. It's nothing.
3 classes. But
my point is that it's not even a significant job. But you mentioned it to substantiate your reason for being in Florida is my point.
It was just something.
Which is why we can't take advice from women.
But it was just something that I said being like, this is what is in my head a little bit when I'm like, when I'm going there and I'm like, okay, now I'm moving back to New Jersey to submit to him, to be there with him, to forget everything that happened in the past, to have my son have his father, and to leave behind everything that I have here, which I have a great life here. I'm happy here. I am doing the best that I can for my son, and I don't like being painted as like a feminist go-getting.
But you do understand that though you don't claim to be a feminist, you've adopted a feminist belief system and actions from your behavior.
Mm-hmm. How? By leaving when I was in a position where I felt like it wasn't a good environment for my son or for myself.
Yes, because you claim to be a Christian, right?
I am a Christian.
Okay. Christians don't believe in divorce or separating, ever, no matter how much it sucks.
Unless
they stick
adultery.
It out.
Unless
but they stick it out in general.
Adultery, cheating.
They stick it out, right?
So that's the reason why you left?
In general, they stick it out. At the time I was 21, I wasn't a Christian.
Oh, now you wasn't a Christian.
So I mean, at 21 years old, I'm different. Were you different 7 years ago?
Look, who gave you the right to decide that it was an unsafe environment? And why you think it's only your son? I love when these single mothers, my child, and the fucking seed came from the man. It's not yours. You're the fucking incubator. Stop. It's not yours.
Not yours.
It's mine. Yes.
It's mine. Child. We're raising him together.
It's mine. Let me get drunk off of Budweisers and fucking yell, but it's still my fucking child. It's not yours. You wouldn't think you own any fucking thing. All you do is enhance what I give you. I give you groceries, you make me a meal. I give you a house, you give me a home. I give you sperm, you give me a child. And it's mine.
To give you that for it to be fair. Like, I'm not just going to sit there.
Look, the reality is this. This is the issue with modern day, the way women think. Your personal happiness outweighs the family and duty of what a relationship used to be.
That's not true for me. That's not true for me.
You literally left Jersey.
100%.
That's not true for me. I literally am in the process of moving back to New Jersey.
Listen now.
Yes.
After the fact.
But I'm saying back then.
Now that he's sober.
Your happiness overrided, which is fine. Look, I'm just telling you what it is. I'm telling you a spade is a spade.
You think that I was happy, like sleeping alone, like crying myself to sleep, sitting up, calling. I'm not kidding. There were nights that I called this man 300 times in a row, wondering where he's at. And I'm in Boca
Dude, I wouldn't want to go home either after that.
I'm literally wondering. No, but I was in Florida. This was when me and him were.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Young. All right. You let a fucking idiot impregnate you. Like you let a loser and a no leading guy.
Those red flags, you choose to ignore it.
He can't lead.
And now I'm doing the best that I can.
Your body, your choice.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Well, but see, luckily enough, he comes from a family that has money, so like she's in a good situation there at least. But like, yeah, in general, terrible decision, but whatever.
I got a
Hopefully
question
he
for
grows
you.
up.
He comes from a well-to-do family, only meaning that they have money. I don't know the personalities of these people. Did you ever speak to his family on what to do on behalf of the child? Or did you just get up and leave?
I don't want to talk about his family.
Did you speak to his family? Yes or no?
I don't want to talk about.
You don't have to talk about his family. I just need to know if you got the blessing from his family before you upped and took his child to Florida.
Yes, they agreed with my decision at a certain point.
Oh, so they agree that their son is a loser.
You could take 2 weeks go, but come back.
No,
just stay.
No, they agreed.
Fuck New Jersey, which I don't blame you. It's the armpit of the United States, but goddamn.
They agreed with my decision at a certain point because of what was going on over there.
Okay.
What would Tori say?
Well, at least you spoke to him. That was good.
He would say that
she won't leave me alone.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
Listen, I'll pray for you and your kid, nigga. All right, we got some more.
In your relationship, for you, because you're the one that's actually in a relationship here. How long you guys been together for a year?
Yeah, just a little bit over a year.
A little bit. How'd you guys met on Instagram? Mm-hmm. What does he do? Because I know you're an accountant, right? CPA.
Yeah, he's actually a student athlete. He plays basketball.
What time is it?
1:30.
How old is he?
23.
Okay, so he's younger than you.
Yeah. So,
is he like a master's student or something?
Yeah, so he's in his master's program. He was his first year of basketball. It was redshirted because he went when he was in high school, technically, I think. And then he was at UConn for 4 years and then just transferred and is doing his master's and finishing basketball with his last year because he had the COVID year too.
Okay. All right. So he redshirted and COVID, so he has 1 more year eligibility NCAA. Okay. All right. Division I?
Yes, Division I.
Ooh, okay. But okay, so it's really hard to go to NBA. Like, for most, was he gonna? What's the move? Is he gonna go into the workplace, or is he gonna do international basketball? What's he gonna do?
He's looking at international options. Like, luckily,
he's too old, huh?
He's too old for the draft.
There's an age limit for the NBA draft?
It's not that.
I don't think so.
It's the culture of the draft. They normally go for like between 18 to 20.
Got it.
22,
Really?
21, 22 in the draft is considered old.
Damn.
Wow. That's crazy.
So he would have to go to like a practice and like try out.
He would have to go to the combines, the practices,
D-League and shit.
Maybe the G League. Yeah. But he would have to like really shine the hell out in the combines.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, he'd have to bust the ass of the players.
Why they go international, but that makes sense because they're a little bit older, probably.
That makes sense.
And that is and international is another route to go to the NBA.
So you're like the breadwinner then?
No, because actually at UConn, the players do make a bit of money. Just, I don't know if you knew that, but they get like a lot of sponsorships.
Yeah.
They got us. They
I
recently.
thought you couldn't accept unless the NCAA
They changed
rules
their
changed.
rules.
It was a few years ago.
Okay,
And
when
then-
I was an athlete, I couldn't accept because I was Division I too. Like we couldn't accept no fucking money for nothing.
This is like
you lose your eligibility for that.
This is like
Yeah.
between 2 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
They
It's
also,
brand new.
They make money from doing camps. Like a lot of schools will pay them, and they'll get like $10,000 to $20,000 for doing a camp over the summer. And then they also make money. They had a recent like lawsuit because it was a class action lawsuit because of how much money. Like UConn is a huge thing in Connecticut and like one of the best.
It's the only thing we got.
Yeah, and it's one of the best basketball.
There's no professional teams, so that's literally all they got is fucking UConn, bro.
Yeah, so they get paid now because of how much like money
It's called
college
the NIL deal.
basketball is making. So they do actually make like not an insane amount, but they make a little bit of money enough to like
Enough to
have
do
fun.
50-50?
Yeah,
make a
enough
good
for that.
There you go.
But I also really don't have many bills, so it's pretty easy right now.
Right.
They
Do
make
you
a,
live with your folks?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Smart. I honestly, genuinely believe women should live with their family until they're married.
Facts.
Yeah, I was living in New York, and it wasn't worth like paying all the bills and stuff. I'm trying to just save up.
Oh yeah, and then COVID made it where it's like a norm to just work from home, right? You got the fuck up out of there?
Actually, no. So I was working in New York in person after COVID, and then I wanted to move back to Connecticut because I didn't want to live in the city. And luckily, like I have a good relationship with my boss, so he let me work remotely. And then I like.
What made you say I'm getting out the city?
Just the prices, everything. I was living.
Because they're from New York City too.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
I want to know more about this relationship with the boss.
This nigga, bro.
No, they're like a super sweet family. I don't even want to get. Yeah, they're a super sweet family. It's actually a family business.
Okay.
Not my family, but I'm very close to them.
Are they
no,
boys?
they're Lebanese.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Wait.
They're
There's Lebanese.
Christian.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. There are a lot of like.
Hey man, the small hats come in all shapes and sizes. If you know what I'm saying.
Every single time.
Okay, I just had to add double check. All right, shout out to the Lebanese man. All right, but yeah, you were saying? Sorry.